What's up everybody, this is Danny and I've teamed up with HP to show you their Amazon exclusive budget gaming laptop, and this is the HP Pavilion 15. There are a few configurations available starting at less than $650, but check the link below for current pricing because you never know when these will go on sale. The one I have here is the high-end model, so I want to share with you my last week experience with it. But if you're looking to just get into gaming, or if you want something more on the budget side, then this is something that you should probably look into. First, let's start with the design. If it looks familiar, it should, because this chassis is very familiar to HP's more expensive Omen 15. So you get the same look, but a cleaner and more subtle looking laptop with green accents on the HP logo and on the backlit keyboard. And overall, I think it's a look that most people will dig. It's a full plastic build and it's not the thinnest gaming laptop out there, but it does come with plenty of ports. On the left, you have two USB 3.0 ports and a Kensington lock, and also a full-size SD card slot, which is great. So if you're using this for content creation, there's no need to carry a dongle around. On the right, you have AC power, a USB-C port, which does not include Thunderbolt 3, but you can charge with the USB-C port. So if you want Thunderbolt 3, then you're gonna have to step up to the more expensive Omen 15 lineup. You also get another USB 3.0 port, which is nice, a full-size HDMI port, and an Ethernet port, which is also nice if you need the fastest connection, and also a headphone jack. The display is a 15.6-inch IPS panel with a 1080p resolution, and it has a matte finish. I love that it's friendly against glare, so some of you will appreciate this, but I do miss some of the color pop that you get from a glossy display. It's all personal preference though, and it keeps the weight down. And while this is not the most color accurate display or even the brightest display at 300 nits, it's crisp. It looks great during gaming, which is the most important part. And this is a 60 Hz panel, but in this price range, this is typical. The keyboard is backlit with this green accent. You can't change it, it's just one color, but the keys have nice travel. It feels pretty good. It's a little bit soft, but once you get used to it, I think most people will be happy with it. I enjoy typing on it. The trackpad is a great size, and for it having ELAN drivers, it's pretty responsive. It's better than a lot of non-precision driver trackpads that I've used, but I wish that HP would move to precision drivers because I think that would just make the overall experience better. The cool thing about this configuration that I have here is that it comes with a 128GB SSD, which the system boots off of with respectable speeds, read and write. And there's also a 7200 RPM 1TB standard hard drive, which I like to install games and video files on. And what's great is they are both user replaceable. There is 16GB of DDR4 RAM as well here, but you can go up to 32GB and it's easy to do. You can just replace it yourself when you're ready to upgrade. There's a 52 watt-hour battery, and I do wish that the battery was a little bit bigger in this model. You will get about 4 to 5 hours of regular use before you need to top it up. But during my testing, if you game on this, the battery is going to drain a lot faster. So if you're going to game on this, I would definitely keep it plugged in. But what's great is that the slim brick that they give you, the power brick, is nice and small, and it's easy to fit inside of a backpack. So I don't think it'll be a problem keeping this plugged in. But all the metrics that I'm going to show you from the games I played today, I kept this plugged in. Plenty of processing power here too, with the available 8th generation 6-core Intel Core i7 8750H with boost up to 4.1 GHz. The cheaper versions come with the Core i5, and the dedicated GPU here is the NVIDIA 1050 Ti, and there's 16GB of DDR4 RAM, so most modern titles should play without problems depending on your settings. Overall, the gaming experience has been great. I have been gaming without headphones during the test period because I wanted to see how good these Bang & Olufsen speakers were. The tuning sounds great overall. The audio is crisp, and I think the sound has good mid-range. But I wish there was a little bit more bass to kind of round out the sound profile, and I wish there was a few more notches on the volume, but I think most people will be happy with the B&O speakers. These are the games that I've been playing on here for the last week, so here's an example of how the HP Pavilion 15 performs. Something as light as Rocket League, you'll have no problem. You're gonna get killer frame rates on this. On Doom, I was able to get playable frame rates in the Ultra setting and 60 frames per second when there's no characters on the screen, but when enemies are introduced, you'll probably dip down to about 45 frames per second. But if you want smoother gameplay, just drop it down to the high setting where it's much closer to 60 frames per second constantly. On Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I was able to play just fine on the high setting, but medium is probably where you should stay for more consistent frame rates. That's the setting that I would recommend. It still looks great, and I was playing this for hours, and the fans do ramp up, so you're gonna notice it, but it's a lot quieter than I expected, and the laptop does well to keep the thermals down since it's a thicker chassis, and it keeps the performance consistent, which is nice. And you can see where the heat is released. And I didn't test this on a lap because I think it's a little bit too big for laptability, but let me know if you would use this thing on your lap. So in the end, the HP Pavilion 15 is a solid performer for the price. If you're looking for a simple budget gaming laptop that's a little thicker in design with plenty of power and a clean design and dual drives, this is something that you should look into. There are a few sacrifices as expected, like the lack of Thunderbolt 3 for eGPU support, a little bit better battery life, and also a faster refresh display. But with plenty of ports, nice performance on gaming, great speakers, and a clean design, take a look at the HP Pavilion 15 if you're checking out gaming laptops in this price range. So let me know what you think about this laptop, and make sure you check that link down below to check current pricing, because you never know when they'll go on sale. So there'll be a lot more laptop reviews on this channel. Let me know which laptop that you want me to check out next. Make sure you give this a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.